But as I said in my introduction, there's a lot of money at stake here. $18,000 is effectively what they are playing for. It's the prize money for finishing third in the group is $39,000 and $21,000 for finishing fourth. And I think more than the money, Jeff, I think, you know, when you've lost 2 out of 2, you want to kind of get a win on the board before you leave town.
Definitely for the Malaysians, haven't beaten the Indonesians before, so regardless of not playing tomorrow, always good to get one on the board.
Yeah, the Indonesians there have won both previous meetings, most recently in the round of 32 at the China Open in July. That went 3 games though. Other meeting was at the Asia Championships in April, which was a quarter-final. And the Indonesians came through in straight games on that occasion.
Let's do the toss. Black or red? Red for you, black for you. Red. Who is serving? Go to serve. Who is receiving? Which side? Here. Have a good match.
So let's have a look at Go and Lie. Statistically, they're just about inside the world's top 10, but they haven't had the best of seasons. Truth to tell, not made a final in 2025. He's 35 years of age now, is Go. That number 3 highest ranking, by the way, was early this year, back in February. So it shows you they haven't pulled up any trees of late. Together as a pair. Nearly a decade, of course they are a couple on and off the court, got married last year. 4 World Tour titles they've won since 2018, including a couple of Super 500s, one in Singapore and one in Malaysia. But this week has been disappointing for them. Chen and To beat them in only 41 minutes. And there's that match against Fong and Huang we were talking about earlier, where they had 3 match points. Would have changed the whole complexion of this match, but they couldn't take any of them and lost. On the other side of the net, the Indonesian pair of Jafar Hidayatullah and Felicia Pasaribu done really well to get to this event. Truth to tell, new pairing this year. They won an Asia Championship bronze in April, and their first title at the Taipei Open in May. They also got to the final of the Australian Open last month, and a Southeast Asian Games bronze medal last week. So we know they're in form, albeit they've lost 2 out of 2 like their opponents. Took Chen and To to a decider though, and not disgraced either against Fong and Huang. So actually, Jeff, I think this is quite a tricky one to call. Not sure who I'd make favourites, really.
I think based on the Malaysians' form yesterday, I think that's the best I've seen them play in quite a little while. But the Indonesians, they're so young, but their style of play is very mature. Pasaribu is really good at net, reads the game very, very well. Hidayatullah, very fast. Good control from the mid-court as well. So, I think it's going to lie on the racket a little bit of the Malaysians, see what they bring, and that might dictate the outcome a little bit more, because I do think the Indonesians will play at a high level.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Hidayatullah, Felicia Alberta Nathaniel Pasaribu, Indonesia. And on my left, Gosong Wat and Lai Sheroncheni, Malaysia. Gosong Wat to serve to Hidayatullah. La ball. Play.
So here we go, third place in the group, and some more money is the prize here.
1 love.
Always struck me Pasaribu's confidence. She's only 20, and she really looks like she belongs out there. But since I saw her at the start of the year, and again.
3 love.
Yeah, just easily finding the gap there. Made it look a million times easier than that shot actually is in real life.
Service over. 1-3. Service over. 4-2. Service over. 3-4. Service over. 5-3. Service over. 4-5. Service over. 6-4.
Bad luck there from Light. Expecting that net shot from Pasaribu. Just making the error in the end, but I think both pairs here just feeling out the court.
Yeah, Pasaribu continues to look confident at the net. Seen a few unforced errors from both pairs so far. There's another one.
5-6. Service over. 7-5.
Not sure we're going to see too many lengthy rallies in this match, Jeff, judging from the opening, say, 3 minutes, but 12 points already. I think we've had a rally in double figures in terms of shots here.
Service over. 6-7.
A few more errors coming from the racket of Hidayatullah though. Yeah, nice interception there, reading the play so well from Lai. This one here, intercepting, taking the speed out, and then an easy put away in the end.
Shot. And somehow, I've said this many, many times, it always seems to look better when played by a left-hander. Doesn't matter what the sport is, tennis, golf, cricket, whatever.
Fault. 9-8.
Just dropped in, no challenge though.
Yeah, it looked close, but no challenge. So that'll be the mid-game break with the Indonesians enjoying a 3-point lead.
Itu aja tadi. Dan pertama nah sekarang kamu pimpin ini, lebih fokus lagi di sini ya. Kamu servis nih, bola di situ nih. Kan apa lu kan belajar lo pura-pura ini tapi lo tungguin nih dia lewat situ buat colek turunnya. Nah, lewat kayak misalnya kalau nggak dapat Jafar juga sama ya. Kamu turunin nah, bola situ kamu siap sambungannya tuh. Harus konsisten itu ya, kadang-kadang begitu tuh. Ya, kalau kena ready aman tuh. Aman sekali kamu. Maju dikit ya, kalau bola balik tuh, maju dikit tuh, panjangin aja. Kalau defense ya, arahin.
Play.
Just the wrong side of the line. Interesting match for many reasons, this, but obviously you've got two pairs totally at odds in terms of experience. Go and Lai coming presumably towards the end of their career, whereas the Indonesians pretty much just starting. Well, she's not missed many at the net, Pasaribu.
9-13.
Just wide there, just pulling that too far across, especially with that sideways drift. It's a lot easier to hit it out on that side.
Nearly played it. It was always looking like it was missed the line by a distance.
15-10. Service over.
So well read from Go there.
15. Well, 15. Service over. 16-12.
One of the things that impresses me, well, about Hidayatullah as well, but Pasaribu in particular, considering she's only 20, she's the younger of the two, is that it's not just technique, but temperament-wise, she's way ahead of her 20 years. Hidayatullah too, who's a couple of years older, but also I think plays with a maturity beyond those years, and they are in pole position here in this opening game.
Yeah, just reading it so well. Pasaribu there. So good at intercepting, taking time away from the Malaysians, setting it up for a partner.
It's gone long.
Service over. 13-18. 14-18.
Excellent shot again from Hidayatullah, just really cramping. Go for room.
Service over. 15-19.
Went out the back, but it was touched, I think, by Pasaribu.
Onto that very quickly, and it sets up 5 chances to take this opening game for the Indonesians. Only been on court for 13 minutes. Rallies really have been short and sweet.
Service over. 16-20.
Oh, that's a good chance.
2 frames in a row, one from Go and then one from Hidayatullah.
It's wide, and that'll be game. 21-17 to the young pair, and it's only taken 14 minutes.
21-17.
Tapi kamu terlalu dorong, kamu tinggi. Padahal kamu taruh aja. Itu dia pinball, kamu yang setengah mati. Kalau kamu udah atas gitu, taruh aja kamu belokin sini. Tapi kalau kamu sodok ke tengah dia cuma batasin kalau bisa mati, ya mainin lagi ke tengah. Begitu, jangan cuma ya, harus dimainin di situ. Speednya dijaga, ya. Jadi kalau Jafar tadi ya, saya kan ada yang panasin low. Dan sini kan dia banting. Jadi kalau kamu shot dapat, kamu pinball. Tadi kan dapat semua yang kamu Jafar drive. Dapat aja, kamu punya keyakinan. Habis bola yang penting bola begini, kan lo buka sini sudah, lo kuasai sini aja. Nanti negara dikit. Karena jadi intinya kalau begitu, kalau kamu buat sesuatu, speed, tapi jaga speed ya, biar kamu atur bolanya turun enak, bola naik. Begitu itu kamu lihat kan bisa lo tampar kamu bola lagi. Jafar bola kamu jangan juga. Jadi tempat jangan terus, konsisten kamu berdua penting, ya. Di atas, di bola atas jaga, cepat tembak, bertukar balik, kamu di belakang tembak, karena dia masuk kaget orang. Tapi bagaimana cara lagi cari posisi belakang ya? Oke ya, dari servis yang belakang cover siap, bola sambungannya dijaga. Itu mau belajar konsisten, jangan dilepas. Ya, kalau jangan
Second game. Level. Play.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
One love.
Let's see if we can witness a Malaysian fight back here after losing the first game.
I just love their attitude, Hidayatullah and Pasaribu, because looking at their body language, and not just today, not just in this tournament, but all year, it looks like they feel they belong in this company. They definitely do. I think they're only going to go one way up the rankings. 10 already. And even though they've lost their opening 2 games, you can't buy that kind of experience playing some of the best pairs in the world. You know, when you play against Fong and Huang, Chen and To and others, it can only benefit you long term when you're young.
Yeah, making the World Tour finals at that age as well, it's going to give them so much on-court experience in these big stadiums and these big stages. And you're absolutely right, their mentality, their professionalism is clearly evident here. And when you're a young pair or player coming up the ranks, sometimes you do have a bit of the imposter syndrome. Do I really deserve to be here?
Yeah.
Am I worthy of being on court with these top pairs and players? And most definitely they are.
Service over.
So they're on the board, Go and Lie, thanks to that service fault from Pasaribu.
Service over. 6-2.
They're not quite seeing the level of focus from the Malaysians that we saw yesterday. It's a long match, though. Might be feeling a bit of fatigue, a bit of tiredness.
7-2.
Yeah, that was a little feeble, truth to tell. That's absolutely superb. That really is. Made that look ridiculously easy. But it required a firm but very delicate touch and pinpoint accuracy.
Service over. 3-8.
Oh, so quick onto that cross-court drive.
9-3.
So silky smooth here. Straight into that gap.
Another silky touch from Pasaribu. Well, hanging around here. It's nearly at the midway interval in this second game, but he played for 20 minutes.
Service over. 4-10.
Put away easily, and they're winning the second game easily too. 11-4, mid-game interval. Just watching the warm-up court, our next match between Jia and Jung against Iwanaga and Nakanishi. And at the moment, Jia and Jung have one ear, one eye maybe on what's happening on court 2, because it's a match between Pearly Tan and Tina Muraditharan and Yuki Fukushima and Mayu Matsumoto. And if the Japanese pair win that, and they're currently a game up, the Chinese pair will be out whatever they do. Keep you up to date with that. But back here, there's an 8-point lead now for the young Indonesians in what is effectively a battle for third and fourth in mixed doubles Group B.
13-4.
Just look a bit hungry for it at the moment, the youngsters.
Service over. 5-14. Service over.
Well left there. Good judgment from Hidayatullah.
There's a resigned look, isn't there, about Go and Lie at the moment. As they played really well yesterday, and as you said, that you could easily have won, probably should have won. And today, maybe it's a case of a bit after the Lord Mayor show.
Service over. 6-15.
Well, a bit of confusion there from the Indonesians.
7-15.
Pasaribu just, both of them moving at the same time, both thinking that the other person would hit that shot.
8-15.
Well, maybe the comeback's begun. Still a fair way to go. 15-5 at one stage, so 4 points in a row.
That's short. Oh.
Didn't see that coming.
10-15. Yes. Very quick. Okay.
Better intensity there from the Malaysians.
11-15.
Hitting some very hard smashes and moving forward at the same time.
About to say that seemed to have got their mojo back, Go and Lie, but that was a bit of a careless one, well beyond the back line. Just to end that run of successive points.
Service over. 12-17.
Out.
13-17.
A little bit tighter now. The scoreline, Malaysians done a really good job in catching up in his second game. And a broken string and an error from Hidayatullah.
17.
He missed the sitter a few points ago as well, didn't he? Maybe just tensing up a little bit here.
That's a risk sometimes when your opponents maybe drop in intensity and you win several few points that are a bit easier, then you tend to drop in your intensity as well, and then your level comes down and lose concentration. So they're going to need to refocus here.
Very quick onto that line.
17.
Yeah, that one there just too slow with the racket up. Was Pasaribu just way too high. That shot easily put away.
Service over. 18-15.
She can't believe she missed this one here.
Yes.
Well, they were 15-5 down, 17-11 down, back within 2 again, and definitely still in this.
Jafar, get ready.
Oh, miscommunication. And it's long. I was just about to say this is a real test of the youngster's character now. Having been so far ahead, pegged back, can they find a way to get over the line? Real scare in the middle of that rally when seemed to leave the shuttle to each other, but they got away with it. Well, good time for that to happen when you're in front, and it brings up 3 match points for Hidayatullah and Pasaribu.
Play.
It's long, and that will do it. And that is a great win for the young Indonesians in double quick time too. You could certainly say with some justification that Go and Lai were well below their best, but takes nothing away from Hidayatullah and Pasaribu, who come through 21-17, 21-17 in only 34 minutes. So they will claim 3rd place in the group, and the $39,000 prize money that goes with it. Now, just to give you an update, I told you a bit earlier that Fukushima and Matsumoto had won the first game against Tan and Tina in the women's doubles. I mentioned this because we're about to see women's doubles with Xie and Zheng against Iwanaga and Nakanishi. Xie and Zheng need Tan and Tina to win that match. The good news for them is that Tan and Tina are 15-8 up currently in the second game. So that match seems to be still alive. But they have to do their bit as well, and we'll see whether they can in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Hangzhou. This was a little earlier. Zheng Siwei and Wang Yaochong making an appearance. The Victor Player experience and signing a few autographs as well. Now we move on to our fourth match of the session. Women's doubles, huge for Ji Yifan and Zheng Shuxian because they have to win to have any chance of progressing, and even then they also need Tan and Tina to beat Fukushima and Matsumoto. That match is currently on court 2. The Japanese won the first game. Tan and Tina are 16